Best air fryer for a family of 4 in UK for 2024. Air fryers with the perfect capacity for families. We've reviewed a selection of air fryers for a family of 4 to make mealtimes chaos-free. Air fryers are essentially mini countertop ovens. They cook food fast and are easy to use, so it's no surprise that they're becoming an essential kitchen appliance for speedy weeknight meals. And choosing one of the best air fryers for a family of 4 will be a game changer when you need to get food on the table in a hurry. I've had hands-on experience with all of the air fryers in this guide. I've used them all in my own home, to bring you an honest opinion of each. For families with big appetites, there's a large capacity model from Ninja. Meanwhile, if you've got young kids, Instant offers a great medium-size option that'll fit the bill. So whether you need one drawer or two, a large capacity, or a more budget-friendly option, there's something for everyone here, but crucially, they all have the capacity to cater to a family of 4. And for further recommendations, you can also check out our longer best air fryers guide in this video, if you're interested in our broader list of favorites. Number 1. The air fryer for a family of 4, Instant Vortex 9-quart air fryer with VersaZone Technology. This latest model from Instant was impressive on all fronts in our tests. It turned a 1.3 kilograms whole chicken into a golden, moist and tender feast, while cupcakes came out beautifully cooked and fluffy. What makes it unique from Instant's other models is that it can be switched between 2 independent 4.2L cooking baskets to one XXL 8.5L basket simply by removing the divider. While each basket has separate controls, they can be paired with the sync finish function, so all your food will be ready at the same time. Our chips came out well cooked and we're being picky here, about 20% lacked that golden brown shade we were looking for. The only other thing to note was that the wells in the bottom plate created an uneven surface, which led to some misshapen cupcakes, but those are minor issues. In almost every other sense, this air fryer is an excellent buy. Our testers love the handy alert that reminds you to turn your food at crucial cooking points, and we're pleased with how easy it is to use, program, and clean. It's dishwasher safe. Like the Ninja Flexdrawer, the Instant VersaZone has a flexible cooking space that utilizes a divider to split it from one big zone into 2 separate smaller zones. The main difference being that this Instant version is slightly smaller, and therefore cheaper than the one from Ninja. I love the 2 big chunky handles for lifting out the larger drawer, but don't let the 2 handles fool you into thinking the zones can be removed separately. Instead, when using as 2 individual cooking zones, you simply slide a divider down the middle, and then you can set each side to whatever cooking mode and temperature you like. Instant is a pretty reliable air fryer brand, so I wasn't surprised that the interface was straightforward to use. And again, it made pleasingly crisp and golden chips, while breaded scampi cooked alongside it with a delicious crunchy crumb. The single zone is big enough for a whole chicken or medium-sized joint of meat, so soon enough your oven will be redundant. This is a great choice for any family, offering endless flexibility that for me means it's worth every penny. Number 2. The best air fryer for a family of 4 for combination cooking, Towerbork's 9L Duo Basket Air Fryer with Smart Finish. As dual basket air fryers go, the Towerbork's Eco Duo is both affordable and packed full of features that are typically only seen on more expensive models. Sadly, this cheaper price becomes immediately apparent in the air fryer's mixed performance. For meat dishes, we can barely fault the Eco Duo. It cooks evenly while adding a delicious crunch. Yet, for other dishes, in particular, for homemade chips, it's the worst performance we've ever seen. The overall design is lacking, and the size makes it unsuitable for many kitchen worktops. However, it's a great air fryer for those new to air fryer cooking, because it's simple to use, or those likely to use it occasionally, since many of its flaws will feel minor. The Vortex Eco is one of the quietest air fryers we've tested. In fact, there were a few occasions where we had to actually check that we'd turned it on. However, cooking results were mixed. Halloumi was crisp around the edges, but barely cooked in the center. A preheat function would have improved this. There's no vegetable setting, so we cooked our aubergine slices for 16 minutes at 180 C. These were evenly browned and crisp, with a soft, cooked middle. And, without a chicken breast setting or guidance in the manual, we decided to cook the breast on the default chicken setting of 200°C for 15 minutes. The chicken breast came out a little undercooked, so we gave it another 3 minutes. It took 18 minutes of cooking time for the meat to be nicely browned and juicy in the middle. We followed the instructions for air frying chips, which took 30 minutes to cook in total. Of note, this model doesn't give you a prompt to shake or check on your chips at the halfway point. But, they were cooked through, albeit unevenly. The top sides were brown while the undersides remained yellow. Although the food was relatively tasty, we'd be hard-pressed to call them chips. Number 3. The air fryer for a family of 4, Ninja VersaZone Air Fryer Max. Barely dropping a point on test, this air fryer will feed a crowd quickly, and feed them well. Our fairy cakes were evenly baked and ready to enjoy in a speedy 15 minutes, while it scored perfect marks for chicken Kievs. They were crispy on the outside yet juicy in the middle after 25 minutes. Our chips were fluffy, too. It's a fairly hefty appliance, so if your kitchen is compact it may not be for you, but you can fill its 2 drawers with different foods, and sync the programs so everything is ready to eat at the same time, a process we found intuitive on test. A great family fryer. We were very impressed with the chips from this fryer. We made both thick-cut and thin air-fried chips by following the instructions in the Ninja book. Both were excellent. The fat chips had a lovely crisp coating with a soft middle. The thin fries were cooked evenly and did not dry out. Both styles of chips needed shuffling approximately halfway through the cooking time. To test the sync function, we set up one drawer to cook a duck breast at 180°C for just 15 minutes, slightly less than a chicken breast, with a 5-minute rest before slicing, and the other drawer with cubed sauté potatoes replacing oil with 2 teaspoons of melted duck fat. The finished duck was perfectly cooked to medium and the skin slightly crisp and golden. The duck fat sauté potatoes were our favorite on the test, and were served with the duck slices on a delicious walnut and apple salad. Another family favorite of grilled sausages and fat chips was again cooked using the sync function, with the chips taking 24 minutes, and the sausages kicking in for the last 9 minutes. The bangers came out perfectly, cooked through with a tasty, caramelized skin. Number 4. The best budget-friendly air fryer for a family of 4, under £100 UK, Lakeland Dual Basket Air Fryer with Easy View. This Lakeland air fryer is the only model on this list that doesn't offer any cooking modes, other than air frying, which is one of the compromises you're making to bag yourself a dual-drawer air fryer with an affordable price tag. It's not devoid of features though. The 2 cooking drawers both have a light inside and a viewing window, which is something we rarely see, especially at this price. Furthermore, it has sync cook capabilities, and each side can air fry at a different temperature simultaneously. On test it did the job. Cooking some foods was a tad slower than other air fryers I've reviewed, but again, given the price I don't think waiting an extra few minutes is a deal breaker. Chips crisped and browned beautifully, in a respectable 25 minutes from raw, so no complaints there. My biggest niggle was that the touchscreen control panel took a bit of getting used to. It wasn't as straightforward and intuitive to use as the ones on the leading brands, like Ninja and Instant. But you do get used to it, and if you need a family-size dual-zone air fryer on a budget, it's not a bad option. Number 5. The best compact air fryer, big enough for a family of 4, Instant Vortex Plus Dual Air Fryer. As the most compact air fryer on this list, it's no surprise that this Instant Vortex Plus air fryer also has the smallest capacity. Nevertheless, its 5.7-liter drawer is ample for families with young children. Though as your children grow, you may need to upgrade to a bigger model that can cater to increasing portion sizes. It includes some lovely design features, like the angled touch control panel, that's super straightforward to get to grips with. But for me, the standout feature is the viewing window in the front of the drawer, which combined with an interior light, allows you to check your food without having to open it up. It automatically preheats, so that cook times are speedy. Everything I cooked in this air fryer was evenly browned, crisp and cooked to perfection. Bacon fat rendered nicely and chips were golden on the outside and fluffy on the inside, and there was space for a huge batch of roasted veg. Quite simply, it's a joy to use, and as it's often discounted, it's easy on the wallet too. While a predecessor to the VersaZone, this one is no less impressive. You can't combine the two drawers, but you can sync them to prepare multiple dishes at once, with a total capacity of 7.6 L, which is plenty of space for cooking for a family of 4. The results didn't disappoint either, with a particularly succulent roast chicken. Our chips were fluffy too, but crisped up best when distributed across 2 drawers, rather than cramming lots into one. Turning them a few times helped as well. The lack of cooking charts means some guesswork is required to begin with, but you can scan a QR code in the booklet to access lots of recipes online. Handy windows also mean you can easily check on how your food is doing. Plus, the effective nonstick design made washing up a breeze, which is always a bonus in our book.